Welcome back everybody to another Ramplays video. If you saw my last whole B video, you would have seen in the description that there's some ones and zeros. You put that in Google, you can eventually find out what it actually said. But this is the actual whole B video. This is behind the ships. So this isn't like the trailer or anything for the whole B. This is like them talking about it and showing us stuff about it. Let's see, it's about 7 minutes, not too long. Can't wait to see it. We're gonna go through this, and I'll probably go back after we finish the video to look at the imagery of the whole B a little more and talk about it. Let's play the video.
Is our premium medium freight ship in the universe. It's capable of carrying a significant amount of cargo between stations within a system or across multiple solar systems.
It sits between the Hull A, which is kind of your entry into the cargo hauling profession, and the Hull C, which is kind of big, serious interstellar cargo hauling runs.
In terms of scaling and role, the Hull B is closer to the Hull A in terms of gameplay flow and mechanics, without the challenges of the more complicated setup and flow of the Hull C.
When you first look at the Hull B, you definitely notice a MISC ship. MISC is a high-end industrial manufacturer. It's a very clean art style. Visually, you kind of got these really large, clean, panelled, kind of bulbous shapes.
Think about the aesthetic of the 50s and bring it to a more futuristic.
You've got these really large, heavy-duty landing gear. You can clearly see it being built to take a lot of weight.
And then move along the top, and there's some really nice detail, some nice ribbing where the remote turret sits. Continuing along the top, there's a nice spoiler towards the rear.
When you see this ship collapsed, it feels almost like a little shuttle that could fly about. But then as you start to look at the back, you've got these massive engines on the rear of it, and then that gives you a bit of a visual indication that maybe there's something a bit more to the ship than what you see at first glance.
Much like the rest of the Hull series, it has a compacting and extending spindle in the centre section that allows the ship to have a smaller silhouette and shape when not carrying cargo, and then expanding out to carry the maximum amount of cargo.
It's quite a marvel of engineering in how much spindle and cargo grid we've managed to fit into such a small space when it's collapsed.
It holds 512 SCU of cargo, up to 1632 SCU crates. You can either load the cargo manually with handheld tractor beams, or the co-pilot has access to 2 front-facing remote tractor beam turrets in order to load cargo from within the vehicle.
External cargo has the great benefit that it is by far the quickest to load and unload. You can simply rock up to a location and then use the tractor beams on the ship to attach and detach cargo, rather than having to thread these larger, especially the 32SE containers, through restricted doorways at the back of ships. So you have to be smart about where you use the Hull B. It's quick to load, but also if you find yourself in a tricky situation, it's very quick for someone else to unload it for you. When it was first announced, it was promised to be able to land with its full capacity of cargo. However, over time, the cargo system changed, the design of ships have changed. And when you look at the Hull A and the Hull C, they have a sort of cross arrangement, and doing this for the Hull B and the stated amount of cargo that we had said at the start, it just simply couldn't land without having the most comical, super long, gangly legs. So from that point onwards, we went back to concept, had multiple iterations of different cargo arrangements to suit the new capacity, and we settled on moving from the cross arrangement to rotating it 45 degrees into the X arrangement you see today.
And it still looks really good when it's open or closed, but it's still able to hold all of its cargo when landed.
The Hull B is great in that you can load it from both within hangars and external freight elevators, and then in the future we want to allow you.
I know I said I wouldn't pause it really, but we're getting close to the end. I really like the idea of a ship with exterior cargo to make it easier to get the cargo on and off and whatnot. But I like that it's able to land, but it still has a lot of cargo, which is really nice. We really need this, and I can't wait to see what the whole E looks like. It's probably the exact same as the whole C, or at least a little different, but bigger. Anyways, continuing on.
To be able to also use the facilities of docking, so you can truly load it from anywhere with any sort of cargo. Another advantage of the Hull B compared to, say, the Caterpillar, which has a very similar amount of cargo capacity, is the Caterpillar is a large hangar and the Hull B is a medium, so you have more accessible locations to land throughout the universe, being that there are more medium hangars in general than large.
You walk into the entrance area, which has our 2 suit lockers, a weapon locker, and a small bench to prepare yourself for leaving the ship. Coming up the personnel lift, to your left is a door to engineering. This houses most of the major components for the ship and the engineering screen.
Centre stage in there is the big mechanism that allows the ship to retract and extend its cargo grid.
Heading to your right from the personnel lift, you walk into the main corridor. This is a main thoroughfare of the ship. This also houses some of the other components. To one side is a mess hall.
You have a 2-seat table and a kitchenette.
On the opposite side of the corridor is the habitation area.
When you get in, you have like a bunk bed on your left, nice desk with its fridge and some shelves. You
Looking
also
nice.
have on the right space on the wall to hang up posters, and then the bathroom door.
I like all that. Real quick, I really like MISC ships. Only problem is a lot of them, except for the whole A. The whole A is a little faster, but a lot of them are really slow, and I don't really like the pads right here. I like where they are realistically, but since you can't really move your head without holding F, unless you got eye trackers or whatnot, or every time if you are in the co-pilot seat and you look at it and you hold F and it just sends you right back to the top screen, and then you have to drag yourself back down. But not too convenient because you can't really see them from what I remember from MISC ships. But maybe my memory is a little fuzzy because it's been a little bit since I've been inside my TAC or a MAX.
As you enter into the bridge of the ship, as soon as you walk in, you know you're in a MISC ship. I know the MISC dashboards can be a little bit divisive. Maybe, on some of our previous ships, we maybe pushed the size of the dashboard a little bit too far, so it was something that we were quite conscious of with the Hull B. But we have pushed the pilot and the co-pilot seat further forward, so you're kind of sat more into that letterbox, just to give you better visibility out.
Very happy with the Hull B. I think it's a great ship. Looking forward to seeing lots of them populate the verse.
The ship is for those people who are more serious about cargo, those people who need maybe slightly more cargo space than a raft, for example.
I think it really is that sweet spot between cargo capacity and size.
Okay, I guess this is coming in 4.7.1. But if you guys don't know, there is going to be a 0.1 and 0.2 that I know of 4.7 before we go over to 4.8. And those are just like to bring out more of what was already planned for 4.7. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We're not going to go back since, well, we already looked at everything. Thank you guys for watching. If you think I deserve it, like and subscribe. Our first live on my Twitch went pretty successfully. If you guys want to watch it, head over to my Twitch link on the more section of my YouTube channel. Or you can just head to Twitch and put in CPT RAM 2_0. Sorry, I paused. I'll probably be showing that on the screen as I was saying it. Or you'll see it in the outro, the name of it. Don't forget to join my org. We will start doing some live streams of my org once we have more people in it. Don't forget to join my org's Discord if you want to join my org. If you want to start playing Star Citizen, use the link in the description along with the org links. To sign up for Star Citizen, it's already got my referral code attached. So you will get an extra 50,000 AUEC, and all that does for me is give me a couple of points, which gets me closer to getting an Idris for my org and everybody in it, so we can do more stuff with that. Anyways, thank you guys again for watching. Ram out.